Watching anything Star Wars related today is like slamming your cock in a door. I mean, how is this franchise so bad now? The formula is so simple, a monkey with a typewriter could do it. You take some magical men, you give them laser swords that can cut through anything, and then you get them to kill each other. That's it. That's all these films need to be. That's all we want or expect from this nonsensical bullshit. And to illustrate this, I will now incorrectly summarize the best, worst Star Wars film, Revenge of the Sith. The movie starts and the Republic are at war with these Chinese-sounding aliens who've been financing terrorist attacks all over the galaxy. It's definitely not political, don't think about it. And Anakin and Obi-Wan launch a two-man assault on the ship where the Chancellor is being held. And Anakin is like, I'm gonna go help those clones out before they die screaming in the vacuum of space. But Obi-Wan is like, oh no, they're not real people, Anakin, fuck them. So they board the ship Chancellor Palpatine is being held on, and they get ready for a rematch with Count Dooku, who fucked them both up so badly last time they need to be bailed out by an ancient goblin man who needs a child-sized play table in order to climb onto my regular-sized coffee table. Anyway, he just sort of grabs Obi-Wan with the Force, and he can't do nothing about it. I mean, why not just do this all the time? I feel like you could just stab the shit out of him while he's floating there. But yeah, he doesn't do any of that. Then he carefully takes the time to wedge him under this steel platform. Again, doesn't crush him, doesn't kill him, just sort of tucks him in to fight him later, I guess. Conversely, Anakin is very much trying to murder him, within reason. His confusing religion that has trained him as a child soldier also prohibits him killing anybody. Cut off his hands is fine though, but then Anakin is like, I'll let you in on a little secret. I never believed in any of this hippy-dippy bullshit. I just wanted the magic powers and the sword, but now I've got him. And then Chancellor Palpatine is like, oh, it's okay, Anakin. You had no choice. Remember the sand people? No, I liked it. I did it because I liked it. No, I wasn't expecting you to already be this mental. I mean, I had a whole second act where I was going to tenderize you psychologically with your wife's impending death, but I guess we're ahead of schedule. So they gotta leave because the ship is about to explode, and Palpatine is like, look, I know Obi-Wan's like a brother to you, but yeah, fuck him, leave it to die. But who will I get drunk with and complain to about the bald black guy at work who won't promote me? I tried doing it once with one of the mutant monster guys, and he just sort of looked at me like I'm some kind of fucking racist. So they run into the hangar, but then they get caught in this force field.
How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Yeah, they just say fucking stupid things in this film sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. So they get captured. But then they escape immediately because actually the film didn't need tension, it just needed them to be where this guy is. But then the ship starts to break up on re-entry, so Obi-Wan is like, quick Anakin, use that city full of commuters to break our fall. So later on, Obi-Wan is like, oh, I don't really go in for politics, it's not really my thing. I'm just gonna stick to reporting directly to the private council that lead our cult instead. So Padme is like, oh Anakin, I'm pregnant. No more going out with the boys. And Anakin is a bit bummed out, but not because he's just found out that fun is cancelled for the next 18 years. He's been having weird Force dreams about Padme dying. So he's like, I know, I'll go talk to Yoda. That tiny celibate weirdo will understand my marital strife. Oh, Master Yoda, what should I do? I keep having Force dreams that my wife is gonna die. Yeah, just don't have a wife. Don't have a wife. That's my advice to you. Don't have a wife and don't feel any way about anything. Now get the fuck out of my office. I mean, I'm joking, but what he actually says to him is so much worse.
Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them do not. Miss them do not.
Imagine you're at your wit's end and this goblin tells you that your loved one's dying is a good thing because his space religion says so. Then Obi-Wan is pissing and moaning. He's like, oh, the Senate voted to give Chancellor Palpatine more power. Well, he likes me, so I don't really give a fuck about that. It's not my problem. Nah, we can't be having this, Anakin. So what the Jedi Council want you to do is get him talking about how much he loves banging prostitutes or abusing dogs and record it on your phone. And later on, Palpatine is like, I'm gonna put you in the Jedi Council just to fuck with that little goblin bastard. But the council are like, yeah, Anakin, we know you kinda single-handedly won the Clone Wars and beat a Sith Lord, which none of us have done, by the way. But yeah, we're still not gonna give you the rank of Master. And I'm sure it doesn't take a genius to guess why I was the one elected to give you this bad news. I'm the one guy here you definitely can't yell at. Admit it, you never fucking liked me, Sam Jack. No, stop looking at me like that. I'm not a racist. This is justified frustration. Go back to posting on Rumble, fascist. This is bullshit. You can't do this. You have to make me a master. I'm the motherfucking Cadillac of Jedi. Oh, what kind of car am I? I don't know, a fucking blue car or something. I don't even know who you are, or most of you weird looking cunts for that matter. So afterwards, Obi-Wan is like, okay, can you spy on the Chancellor for us, please? But that's treason. And against the Jedi Code. Yeah, but like any religion, we can just flip-flop on what's a hard rule or what's a loose guideline as and when we want. Well, what about the crime element then? We don't believe in crimes. So this is a gang now then, just so I'm clear. And later, Obi-Wan Kenobi runs straight to the bosses. And he's like, oh, Anakin was saying some worrying things, like, I don't want to commit crimes. But Yoda is like, don't worry about it. He came to me the other day worrying that his family are gonna die, so I just hit him with Jedi rule number 1. Don't ever be upset about anything, ever. Anyway, Anakin goes to meet the Chancellor at this space orb opera. Or maybe it's a peep show with flying eels. I don't fucking know. Palpatine is a man of the world. He gets about. So he's like, take a seat, relax, let your guard down emotionally. Anyway, let's chat about Sith Lords. How do you know about those? I'm not gonna answer that. Anyway, there was this one cat who could bring people back from the dead, and I don't mean he would electrocute dead bodies and sometimes they would sit up and make noises. I'm talking full-on space Jesus powers. Well, what happened to him? He choked on a piece of cornbread. That's the one thing the powers don't work on. Anyway, Obi-Wan gets given a mission to go kill General Grievous. Not capture or force to capitulate. Stone cold murder. But yeah, the Jedi aren't bad. So he whips out his lizard and starts crawling all over the place like the filthy crawly that he is. And he blasts Grievous. I surrender. Surrender in hell. Meanwhile, Anakin grasses up Palpatine and he's like, oh, I think he's the Sith Lord we've been looking for. He told me a lot of weird stories about Sith Lords and this guy named Pelagio or Pellegrino or some bullshit. So Sam Jack is like, well, okay, you wait here while we go assassinate, arrest him. So later on, Palpatine is like, hello. Oh, look, you brought that smiley squid man everybody loves dead. And these other two fucks use the bold tactic of blocking the lightsaber with their chests. So yeah, Sam Jack fights with the CGI Palpatine for a while. And what the fuck is that all about? And Anakin is like, no, leave him alone. He's not evil. What are you talking about? Look at him. Use your fucking eyes, man. And then Anakin uses his new force power called holding a grudge. Oh, I killed him. I'm a murderer. I'll never survive in space prison with these lips. Don't worry about it. I'm the space president now. We'll just tell the press he was a white terrorist. And here's a fun tidbit for you. George Lucas came up with the name Darth Vader because he wanted to call him Dark Invader and just changed the words a little. The man's a fucking hack. Anyway, Anakin heads back to the Jedi Temple with the Death Squad.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them.
Really? A fucking $100 million budget movie, and this was the best child actor you could find. So Palpatine activates Order 66, and I never really got this. Were the clones all just secretly bastards? Or do they all have like CIA microchips in the brains? Either way, all the Jedi get wasted. All your favourites from the Clone Wars TV show, like Blue Woman or Man with a Cock for a Head. And let's not forget Pussyface. And while all this is happening, Anakin is overcome by his lust for revenge, or as they call it in Senegal, revenge fever. But Yoda gets away from the Jedi purge, and he's like, oh, thanks for helping me out, Chewbacca. That makes no fucking sense. Why didn't he mention any of this to Han Solo when they had Obi-Wan on the Falcon? This is bullshit. Anyway, Obi-Wan gets away too, and Yoda is like, we need a cunning plan. I'm gonna kill the newly elected Space King, and you'll go kill your best friend. Don't be trying to reason with this man you've known for 20 years, though. Just shout disjointed movie dialogue back and forth at each other for like 15 seconds, and then kill him. So Obi-Wan and Yoda break into the Jedi Temple so that Obi-Wan can watch a snuff film of his bestie killing a load of younglings, which I guess he finds kind of funny. And he's like, I will not kill my best friend. And Yoda's like, well, you're fucking gonna. So Anakin is just about done killing these Chinese alien guys, and Obi-Wan is like, leave those poor communist frogmen alone. Meanwhile, Yoda fights Palpatine, and it's crap. It's pure crap. It's just a CGI old man chasing a CGI goblin around until he knocks him off this ledge. Then Yoda just gives up immediately and is like, well, he beat me. I'm off to go live on a swamp planet. Oh, so you're not going to help us with any of this. You're just going to go live in a mud hut and then die. Yep. But just then, Anakin and Obi-Wan launch into one of the most over-choreographed sword fights ever to be filmed. I assume. We can't see jack shit because there's a hard cut every 0.5 seconds. Anyway, none of that matters because Obi-Wan just declares himself the winner because he stood up a hill. When in the first movie, it was clearly established that having the high ground means fucking nothing because they can both fly. But yeah, he goes for it anyway, and Obi-Wan just can't bring himself to kill Anakin. So instead, he maims him just enough for it to be consistent with how fucked up Vader was in the original trilogy. Then he just yells at him for a bit while his hair and face are on fire, and then he robs him. And then he leaves. And Padme gives birth to the Skywalker twins and then dies of what is literally described by this space surgeon as a broken heart. I think maybe we get a second fucking opinion. And they split the twins up for no reason at all because nobody even knew Padme was pregnant with one baby, let alone two. And one gets to be a literal princess and the other has to go live in a shitty hole in the ground. The end.